But I just wanted to share something that's been on my mind since I watched it last night, y'all, and the national championship football game. Hey, y'all know that I love my sports and everything else. Not a fan of either Alabama or Georgia, right? But I enjoy watching a good, great game because it's about winners, it's about losers, it's about how people handle things when they are put in the limelight and everything else. But y'all, here's this. When we were watching the game, we didn't watch the entire game, but we watched from when the kids, were ready for bed and on. But anyways, y'all, we were watching this game, and I don't know if y'all followed it or not followed it or read articles this morning maybe that you saw, but you guys, that kicker for Alabama, I was crushed for him when he missed what could have been a game-winning field goal in the last 4 seconds of regular play last night. Last 4 seconds, fourth quarter, he could have won the game for Alabama with his field goal kick, but he missed. He missed. So many of us, y'all, and this is why I love relating our business to being a champion, being an athlete, being disciplined enough to be an athlete, because so many times on this journey of ours, we work this business for a very brief amount of time, and we expect success to come to us. Athletes work all their lives for just a moment. And that sometimes that's all they have is just that moment. They work all their lives to be able to play the big field, to play at the next level and everything else. And you know what? And they keep going and they keep going. They put themselves out there every day because they have no other choice. You saw him on the sidelines prepping himself, warming up, giving himself the mental talk. His placeholder came and they chatted for a moment. They're giving themselves this talk, and he's trying to focus because this is his moment. And he steps up out on that field and he kicks and he misses. How do you think he felt? How do you think he felt? What we are asked to do, what we want to do, our dreams, our visions, our goals every single day with building and growing this business of ours, it asks us to do so much too. But okay, that's one of my goals, not cry as much when I do these things. But you guys, we step out there and we are so afraid of failing. We are so afraid of making mistakes. We are so afraid to let other people see our weaknesses, see us trying, that we don't even try, okay? But if we were an athlete, if we were forced, if we earned a spot on a championship winning team like Alabama, right? And we were to get out there, we would kick and we would do our very best, and fail or succeed, we'd have to do it and we'd have to keep going. Here's the thing. Why is it that when we listen to people's inspirational stories and messages and whatnot, why is it that we love hearing them overcome to get to their successes? Yet, when we are in the midst of our journey, our story, our chapter, we have such a hard time sharing our fears, our failures on the way to success, on the way to these greater things. And I think that's one of the biggest things holding us back, is that we are afraid to let people see us fail because we feel as we don't have this great story yet. I'm not Ambassador Diamond yet. I'm not debt-free yet. And so I feel at times, and y'all might feel this on a different level, but I feel at times as though that holds me back. Because I'm thinking that people want to see this grand, huge success story, right? But it's not true. And this is the year for us to be more real, more authentic, more genuine, because I feel as though that's where you're going to build your brand. You're going to build your following. You're going to build your business, because you're going to help relate to so many more people this year in showing who you are, in being who you are, and enjoying your journey and having fun with your journey, and allowing yourselves to show when you succeed, when you win, and when you don't win. Because I think that the lessons that we learn when we don't win are equally as important as the lessons and as that reward and the trophy as when we do win. So y'all, Share your story. Don't be afraid to share your story. So that is a message for everybody who's been in this. Y'all know I've been in this for 5 years. I always feel like I'm the OG. Those of y'all who've been in this for a while, maybe you've climbed and then you've fallen back, or you've climbed again and you've slipped back. It's okay, right? Show people, because that kicker for Alabama, he woke up this morning, he got dressed. Sure, he probably felt like crap, but thank goodness his team ended up winning the national championship, right? He probably would have felt a lot worse had they not won, but the thing is, you still have to choose to get up and move forward every single day. How he reacts to what happens after he missed that field goal is going to set the tone for so many things in similar way. How we react after we have a slip up, a setback, it's going to set the tone for so many different things. Now, this next message. This part of the message, I know I said it'd be short. This is kind of short for me, right? This next part of the message is for those of y'all who are newer, maybe have never done a thing with your business. Maybe those of y'all who've been sitting back and have been a little bit reserved in your business. This part is for you. The first half of the national championship game was played by the starting quarterback. The second half of the game was played by a bench warmer, a true freshman. And I don't know if y'all follow football. I don't know if y'all know what that means, but that means he's a legit freshman. He wasn't a redshirt freshman. He's a legit freshman. An 18, 19-year-old kid Nick Saban trusted to give him the ball, to give him that leadership role, to lead his team into winning the national championship. And in overtime play, y'all, third down, second down, third down, I don't remember what it was, but he made a crap play, and I was like, oh my Lord, this is not happening to them right now. But then the next play, he drove that long pass into the end zone and won the national championship game for Alabama. This is you. This is all of y'all who have been warming the benches. Your time is here right now. You've been called to get your ass off the bench and play big and not be afraid that you might miss that field goal. Y'all, come off the bench, play big. This is our time. And if you're not a sports follower, feel my vibes, feel my passion for this, because dang it, if I didn't feel all those feels in that moment for that freshman, that true freshman who came off the bench in the second half of the game to come back and win it for his team when they were down. This is the game that we have been called to play. And our job, our mission is to help as many people as possible. And y'all, come off the bench. Stop sitting out. Stop sitting back and watching other people do these things. You can do these things. You were made to do these things, but you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that your journey, your story, your wins, your failures are all worth sharing, because somebody out there needs to hear it. Okay? Stop worrying about sharing the right things, about copying and pasting. What do I say? You have a message, you have a story, and if it requires us learning a little bit more about the quirky, crazy side of you, share that and show that, because this is the year that branding, people want to work with people. People don't care what it is necessarily that you're selling, but they want to work with people. So I'm trying to find the people who I was meant to work with. I'm working with the people who want to work with me. It's like selling ice to Eskimos. Y'all, be that person. Be that person. Be a friend. Be that person. Take care of the relationships that you have started and fortify those relationships with whatever you have to do. I've learned, I've grown, I've failed so many times in my 5 years as a distributor. And I have learned this. Last year, I have learned some of those negative things have been removed from my life for a reason. But the relationships that I have with those people, and you know what? 5 years ago, I had some amazing relationships too. And I got focused on things that I didn't need to focus on, you know. I got too big for my britches, probably, in a way. And this last year showed me that I need to go back and focus on those relationships. I did have an amazing network. It wasn't very big, but I had an amazing network. And then
I just focused on myself. And I know it's okay to self-care and self-love, but you know what? It's about other people. It's about focusing on other people. It's about taking care of other people, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you're selling. It's about helping other people. It's about being a good friend. It's about helping other people. And that's where I've shifted my focus back. And that might mean that I'm not going to be working with as many people, but that doesn't bother me in the least bit, because I'm working with the people that I'm supposed to be working with, that are meant to be working with me. And if that means that smaller team, and if that means that I pull out a double diamond chart and go from there again, that's fine. I don't even have charts out right now, because I have my team members' names and where they're going instead of myself. So y'all, if you've gone for that field goal and you've missed big, it doesn't matter. Get up and do it again, right? You did it once, you're going to do it again. And if you don't go out there at all, somebody else is going to take your spot. Somebody else is going to do the job that you were supposed to do. And then for those of y'all sitting back, holding back and not playing big because you're scared, you're worried, or whatever it is, let this be the year that you shine. Let this be your, instead of reflecting, you need to shine, right? Don't reflect others' lights. You need to bring your own light. You need to share your light. You need to share your fire. So that is my short, sweet message for the day. And I'm excited for this year. I've been doing a lot of soul searching, a lot of reflecting, a lot of work. But y'all, the consistency is where it's going to come. The tenacity is where you're going to grow and have what you want to have. But I'm challenging you in this year to show people who you are, to be who you are, so that you don't worry about what to copy and paste, because you just have a story to share, and the day ins and day outs of who you are, that's what people want to see. So I love you all. Happy Tuesday. And that's it. Bye.